Most people think Christianity is just another religion, a set of rules, a belief system, a way to live a moral life and hopefully get into heaven. That's how it's presented in most churches. But that's not what Jesus came to establish. He didn't come to start a religion. He came to introduce a relationship with God as Father, not as a distant, unapproachable deity, not as a judge waiting to punish you for every mistake, but as a loving Father who wants you to walk in intimacy with Him. Religion is about rules. Sonship is about relationship. And the difference between the two is night and day. Religion creates distance. Sonship creates intimacy. Religion teaches you that God is far away, that you have to earn His approval, that you need to do more, be better, try harder. But sonship teaches you that God is already with you, that He's not waiting for you to measure up, that He loves you as you are, not as you should be. Jesus didn't tell people to follow a set of rituals. He told them to follow Him. And the religious people of His day hated that because He was breaking their system. He was eating with sinners, touching lepers, healing people without demanding anything in return. He called God Abba, a word that means daddy. That was offensive to the religious leaders because they wanted God to be distant. They wanted rules, laws, and rituals. Jesus came to show us something better. He came to show us the heart of the Father. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Religion makes you a slave. Sonship makes you a son. Religion is slavery. It puts you in a system where you're never enough. Pray more, give more, serve more, be better, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be good enough for God. That's the message of religion. It's exhausting because no matter how much you do, it's never enough. And that's the point. Religion was never meant to save you. It was meant to show you that you need saving. Jesus came to set us free from that system. He didn't call us to be slaves. He called us to be sons. Sons don't strive. Sons don't earn their place in the family. Sons belong. And when you realize that, everything changes. You stop trying to prove yourself. You stop striving for God's approval. You start resting in His love. That's the difference between sonship and religion. One is slavery. The other is freedom. Religion operates in fear. Sonship operates in love. Religion keeps you afraid of messing up, afraid of God's judgment, afraid of not being good enough. And fear keeps you stuck. It makes you perform instead of rest. It makes you hide instead of come boldly. But sonship replaces fear with love. A son isn't afraid of his father. A son knows he's loved. He doesn't have to earn it. He doesn't have to fight for it. It's his by birthright. That's what Jesus came to restore. Not a fearful, distant, performance-based relationship, but a loving, intimate, joy-filled relationship. One where you walk with the Father, where you rest in His love, where you stop trying to be worthy and realize you already are. Religion focuses on what you do. Sonship focuses on who you are. Religion is all about behavior. Do this, don't do that. Make sure you follow the rules. It's an endless cycle of measuring up. But sonship isn't about what you do. It's about who you are. You're not a servant trying to earn a place in the house. You're a son who already belongs. The moment you understand that, you start living differently. Not because you're trying to be good enough, but because you already are. Sons don't act out of fear. They act out of love because they know they're loved. And that changes everything. Religion traps you in the old covenant. Sonship brings you into the new. Most Christians are stuck in an old covenant mindset, trying to please God, trying to follow laws, trying to be righteous by works. But Jesus introduced a new covenant, a covenant of grace, a covenant where righteousness isn't earned, it's received, where you don't strive, you rest, where you don't serve out of fear, you serve out of love. Jesus didn't come to patch up religion. He came to replace it with relationship. And once you step into that, everything changes. The choice, religion or sonship, at the end of the day, you have two choices. You can stay in religion, striving, performing, trying to be good enough, or you can step into sonship, resting, receiving, walking with the Father. The choice is yours, but only one leads to true freedom. And it's the one Jesus died to give you. Welcome home, son.